One day he said, he's about 14 or 15. I think he was just 15. And he decided he didn't want to go to school, didn't want to go to college. I said, it's okay, go to work. So I got him a job that summer working on a landscape crew for a housing complex. The owners were my clients, did a lot of work with them. So put him on a landscaping crew. The first day I dropped him off in the morning, and he worked with a bunch of Portuguese crew, guys that, some of them that I knew that came over almost the same time I did, maybe a little later, Portuguese-speaking gentlemen. And I dropped him off, and about 3:30, 4 o'clock, I picked him up. He was sitting underneath a tree, and it might have been 100 degrees that day as well, or so it seemed. And his first day on the job, and he was wilted underneath that tree. And I picked him up, and he got into the car. He says, "You know, Dad, I think I will go to school after all." To his credit, and some of those Portuguese guys told me after that, you know, he hung it out. He stayed there the whole summer, worked in that landscaping crew, hot summer, just 15 years old, and I think that motivated him to go to college and on to law school.
I was a history major in college, and I think in my junior year, I started realizing I needed to think about what I was going to do for a living for the rest of my life, or what am I going to do for a job. And I didn't want to be a history teacher to grade school level. If I was going to teach in history, I wanted to be a professor. I didn't know, though, that if I wanted to go that lengthy route to becoming a professor. I didn't want to just be a curator in some museum. So it occurred to me that, maybe law would not be such a bad job.
He was a good student. He got accepted to a lot of good schools, Clark in Worcester. I know he really wanted to go to a place like Harvard, and it was just beyond our means.
To be honest with you, my attitude was if I didn't make it to Suffolk Law, I wasn't going to go to law school. Why did I love Suffolk so much? I don't know why. I think I knew some people who went there, but just its location in Boston, its reputation as being a school that really prepares you to become a lawyer, that helps you pass the bar exam on the first time, a reputation of turning out, a reputation of teaching you practical skills to be a lawyer, and also because I intended on commuting to school, because again, I commuted to SMU. I lived at home through my college years. All of those, I think all those factors were behind my choosing Suffolk Law, and fortunately I was accepted and got in.
He did it the hard way, but he was always at the top of his class. I'm sure he may regret not going to Harvard, but I was very proud of the fact that a lot of his classmates at Suffolk were Harvard grads, but he did better than most of them, or all of them maybe.
I did enjoy graduating, though. I did enjoy the graduation part. I have a lot of fond memories of the graduation ceremony. My father and mother were there, of course, and my whole family really was there. The people closest to me in my life were there at the graduation. It was at the Heinz, I believe it was at the Heinz Convention Center, if I remember correctly, in Boston. I saw a picture recently of, and it must have been taken by my mother. I saw a picture recently, though, of my father, I think helping me put on my graduation cap. My godfather, my godmother, my grandmother. Having them there was to me was amazing, having them there, because they're no longer here. My godfather my godfather died, and my grandmother is gone as well. Two very important people in my life. But everyone was proud, but my godfather was really proud.